George Turyamureeba the chair, Makerere University Convocation. Thank you for the question about what is happening in court. Ours is there was a process, and there are people who are aggrieved about the outcome of the process, and they went to court. We respect the court systems, and we are there to argue our case. They also argue their case, and the court will make a decision. And as you know, it is not right for us to go into the details.
Sub judice.
Yeah,
Okay. As chairman, you're now officially in office. Just tell us some of your strategic long-term plans, even short-term plans, or mid-term maybe.
The strategic long-term, the short-term, of course, we were settling in office. We started by doing the renovations, which is underway. Maybe probably in the next 1 or 2 months we shall be done, and then we shall have space to start operating. The other one is we promised to have to work on the welfare of the alumni, especially the support staff at Makerere. We succeeded in forming a circle, which as I speak right now, yesterday we opened an account and we are ready. Next week we shall be ready to have our annual general meeting, and we shall be good to start the operations. The members are so happy about it and they are responding positively. The other one, we are yet to complete our strategic plan, and we shall unveil it when it is ready.
Okay.
And we shall let you know as and when we are ready to start operating. Thank you so much.
Okay, and lastly, today, yes, you've been part of this conference, the National Council of Higher Education. What are some of the gaps you see as a technocrat in the education sector that need to be fixed? We have heard that maybe I had Professor Wasabalunyo, he has run out of contract as the former principal of MOOBS, saying that primary education needs to be free so that everyone from all regions were at the same page. What's your take on that?
Of course, the discussions were so interesting, including that particular one, whereby here the professor is looking at the holistic way of funding education, whereby it is whereby it says it is unfair for living to fund higher education, and you leave the large population down there, even when they have not gone to school. He finds it appropriate. Maybe when someone has reached senior 6, maybe with their own scheme, they can be able to move on from there, or go to other tertiary institutions, technical, so that at the end of the day, if someone wants a degree, they can fund it by themselves at a later stage, other than leaving them at those lower levels, because they will never go back, they will never go to school if they are left at those lower levels. But what was interesting is about funding higher education. And when Dr. Muvawara talked about the endowment fund, he was speaking directly into my heart, because that is mobilizing the alumni to contribute to the fund, to contribute to research, to contribute to education. That touched me a lot, and I can tell you, as you saw my manifesto, that was top on the agenda, including but not limited to BPOs, business process outsourcing. Shortly after our elections, I'm seeing it being talked about by the government on TV, and we are yet to engage different stakeholders so that we can be able to take that program at another level, so that our alumni can be able to benefit from the program. I have today been discussing with I met some young gentlemen who were employed, for example, in World Cup as drivers. Uganda sent a lot of them, and they were paid a lot of money. And I'm looking at even solving unemployment. I've also had, like, most of the people who leave this country to go to other countries actually doing the driving, and they are paid a lot of money. Can't we do, our alumni, those who are not